Hello, Good Vibes fans. Welcome to the New Year's special. So, on the show today is with me is my supervisor, Andrea Cahn. So, Andrea, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, it's great to see you, Jerry. I'm so happy to be on your New Year Good Vibes edition. I am the Vice President of Special Olympics Unified Champion Schools for North America.
And so, what does that sort of entail a little bit, out of curiosity for our fans, actually?
Well, what that means is I oversee and lead our team that works on promoting the Unified Champion Schools work across the United States. So that means almost every single state, and we have 8,000 schools, and we are working on unified sports and inclusive youth leadership and whole school engagement in all of those 8,000 schools that we're in, and we're trying to grow. We want to be in 10,000 schools in the next couple of years, but even more important than that, we want to be in every school in the country because we think the work that we do is so great.
Yep, and I agree with that because I'm your data specialist on that side of the deal. So, what are some appreciation and support vibes for everyone going into the new year?
Well, I am always really positive and grateful and happy and excited to do my work. I love the work that I do, and I love the team that I get to work with in order to do that work. We have a really unbelievably dedicated group of people that just comes to their day every single day with a great attitude and a lot of ideas, a lot of innovation, a lot of positive energy. One of my strengths is positivity, and so I tend to look at things from a positive angle. And my good vibe is that I get to work with people that are also really positive. They feed my positivity, and I hope that my positivity has an influence on them too.
Oh yeah, I agree to that because I know I'm a little bit of a what you call it a pessimist at times, but it's actually probably it's more of an optimistic pessimism at times, and your positivity does rub off on me, and sometimes it rubs off on you. So it goes both ways. I do agree to you on that because we've been working together for over 10 years now, and it's like surprising 10 years, and like you never think someone will be like living in your department for that someone will be at their job for 10 years and still wants to keep going at it. And I think it's because people like you and everyone else in the department have motivated me to stay around. And I do want to say if I ever do become a program CEO, it's because of your positivity, or if I'm in charge of Unified Champion Schools, it's because of you as well.
Well, that's really great to hear, Jerry. I really do want to promote your goals and help you set your sights high and really have a vision for what you can contribute in the world. But a lot of that comes from you too. So don't sell yourself short. But I think it's really important for me as a leader and as a supervisor to help you figure out what are the things that you can achieve to help you figure out, what you want to do and how your job today is going to, take you step by step to where you want to be tomorrow. I hope that we do that. It's pretty crazy that we've worked together for so long, right, Jerry? I mean, when you started, that was in 2010. And so it's been more than 10 years. And actually, you and I are the ones who have been working on Unified Champion Schools the longest on this team, right? We have this history.
Yeah, on according to in the department alone, but if you're throwing people who were programmized, they probably match us easily. So
that's right. That's right. We have a lot of people that are on the team that have been involved longer than 10 years, but not on this particular team for 10 years.
Yeah. So I agree with that. So what are some positive vibes for everyone? Because I know you just gave me a positive vibe, and I actually really appreciate that as well, Andrea, because you're an amazing supervisor.
Thank you. That's really nice. Well, that's a drop in my bucket as well. So I guess I could give positive vibes. There's a lot of positive vibes to go around right now. One of the things has been kind of difficult for me to wrap my head around this year is that it's been a really difficult year for all the reasons that we're all talking about. We all know that the pandemic kind of hit us in the face, and we had to figure out how to deal with that. And it's terrible how much tragedy and pain it's causing so many people. But in the middle of all of that, I think that I'm really positive and I'm really proud of how so many people have taken the silver lining and figured out how to make the best of the situation. Our team has just created some really unbelievable products for our students and our teachers and all the people out there that are struggling with how to stay engaged and how to stay active. I think we've done a really great job of connecting with our programs, and our Special Olympics program staff have been unbelievable in their resilience and their ability to, come up with new ideas. Nobody kind of fell over and said, oh, I can't handle this. Everybody stepped up and said, okay, what are we going to do? How are we going to deal with this? How are we going to fix this? How are we going to make the best of this situation? That is such a huge, good vibe for me to feel, as someone who likes to put the positive spin on things, that really filled my bucket and made me feel good every day.
Yeah, and I agree to that, because particularly being a Special Olympics athlete, it's been tough on all of us. And I know it's hard enough to say when we're returning to play yet still. And it's the fun thing about it is that we're all working in some state programs, like how they're going to select their teams for USA Games for Orlando, which is going to be hard to do yet still. And it's a big what if we're dealing with. And I think we're all positive. We all, like, I agree, we all seen the silver lining, or I should say the golden lining in this case, in this year, because it's been I've actually phrased it the year of adaptability. And I think the term fits the bill well. There's some who have adapted well, some who are still adjusting to adaptability, but that's what it is. And I think what you just told us, Andrea, is the truth of what we have dealt with, is that no one saw this coming, and then we just adapt on our feet. It's like learning something on the fly. It's like, let's just look at all the sports leagues, like the ones who actually have to pause and then restart out. They have to literally figure out what they have to do, and they managed to do it well.
You're using the word adaptability. I've been using the word flexibility because, and we say this a lot, right? We always talk about, you have to be flexible. You can't be too rigid in the way you're approaching things, and kind of the way that Unified Champion Schools approaches things too, because we always say that it's flexibility within a framework. We have a framework for what our school programming looks like, but it's a strategy. So it has to be flexible so that you can adapt it to the particular needs of every situation. So, but this is here that really came to be. Like, we all had to be so flexible. We couldn't just think about doing things the same old way we've always been doing them, because it wasn't going to work. So yeah, I agree with that. Adaptability, flexibility, positivity, these are really important attributes for our lives. Resiliency. These are it's kind of interesting because they're all the social emotional skills that we say that we're trying to promote through our Unified Champion Schools work. And we're actually in the middle of living it, and it kind of proof of concept here that we can be flexible. And you know who else has been really flexible, Jerry? I think you know what I'm going to say, but the youth leaders, the athletes and the partners in the schools, they've been pretty flexible too, coming up with really just amazing ideas for how to stay connected as friends.
Oh yeah, and it's like I've been doing the same with my fellow athletes as well, and my young professional board as well. So I think this is actually, to everyone, I think we can say we all hope you have a great New Year. So if you have anything else to add, Andrea?
Well, I hope everybody can take some time at the end of this year, even though we can't all get together and have big parties. Make sure you stay in touch with people that you love. There are other ways to do that besides visiting them. And I hope everyone gets a chance to share their hearts and their souls with their friends and their loved ones. And then 2021 is going to be such a different year because we have so much more hope now for what's going to happen. And I guess I just want everybody to be energized and excited for a new year, but not too fast. Like, let's make sure that we take it slow so that we can really dig ourselves out of this pandemic situation and get back to seeing each other on the playing field. But it'll come, so we can take it slow. That's what I want everybody to think about for 2021. Don't rush it, it'll come. And stay positive. And Jerry, thanks for giving us all the reminder that there are always good vibes, even in a tough situation.
Thank you, Andrea. So that's definitely worth a fist pump right now. So
definitely. All right.
So thank you, everyone, and we'll see you all in the new year. Bye, everyone. And you want to say it together, Andrea? Happy New Year. So 1,
Sure.
2, 3.
Happy New Year.
Year's.
2021 is coming.
Ditto to that.